we'll get feeling really good today, but we're gonna begin class in a kneeling position if you can tolerate that. So I know that this is something that is kind of a challenging and cranky position for most of us. I would love for you to try to start in toes pose. So we're on our knees. All 5 toes are going to be tucked under. Yeah. And although it's uncomfy, we're going to try to move our knees a bit more forward. So here, compact, we're a little less intense. Scoot your knees, like literally take like a knee step forward on each one. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, so if it's too intense, you let it go. But we're going to breathe and move here just a tad. Let's take a big breath in, arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, twisting to the right side. Just pause here. Yogis, we're going to tuck our chins down towards our right collarbone. But feel a lift coming from the back of your ribs, from the back of your skull, so you stay really long in your spine. IDs rises and looks over right shoulder. Move a little bit through your jaw, up and down, maybe wiggle through your jaw. See how you can enhance your neck stretch. While we're in toes pose, squeezing our thighs together, kiss ankle bones together. Coming back to center with eyes, arms elevated overhead, big breath in. Just a few breaths over here, tiny twist. Chin tucks to left collarbone. Think about breathing into and stretching out through the back of your neck muscles. IDs lifts and peeks over your left shoulder. And then feel free, even if it's just like lifting from one ear and lifting from the other, do a little bit of movements to get deeper into this neck stretch. Arms rise again, coming out of toes pose if you need it, staying if you can. Clasp your hands forward to me. We're gonna make sure our pinkies and our thumbs are pulling back towards face. And then re-rise. So we're gonna inhale for a cat-cow, yogis. Cow here, navel forward, tail, top of head back. Exhale, cat round forward. So I really want you to try to tuck your pelvis. Take your eyes to your navel and keep pressing pinkies and thumbs towards crown. Inhale, open up. Exhale, release. Can you lift, if you're still in kneeling position, can you lift your buns off your heels as you round into this tight little cat back? Big breath in. Big breath out, going at your speed all through class, remembering to find what feels good and moving in that way for you, honoring your body. Exhale, one more cat round. Fingertips come down, let's let our toes be free, release the toes. And then do a little drum roll for yourself, tap, tap, tap. So fast to bring some blood flow back into them. Okay, we're gonna come back, but no more toes pose. So have a seat, keep squeezing in our thighs, ankle bones together. Sweep left arm high and lean into your right arm. Now move it around a little bit. Think about like a conductor in slow-mo, just moving and exploring. Rise back to center, inhale, left arm falls, right arm rises, lean to the left side, and do a little bit of that conductor movement with your hand. Open and close your chest, move eyes up and down, be super curious today. Center we go. Take another class, all the way with a big flip to the sky. Keep your navel in here, and we're just gonna twist to each side. Twist right, twist to the left. One breath per twist, inhale one way. Exhale the other. We're warming up our obliques for something fun and special this morning, yogis. Fun means interesting, weird, and hard. We're gonna go one more way. Inhale. One more each way, excuse me. Exhale. All right, come on down. Let your shoulders be super free and take a few shoulder circles to get them comfy. Whether you have bent elbows or straight arms, whatever feels good. Both directions. Okay, I affectionately refer to this as the wash machine breath. Super great, invigorating breath. So when you feel a little rolled out and loose in your shoulders, bring your fingertips to the head of your shoulders. As we move, our elbows are gonna drop. We wanna try to keep them up. Sit up really tall, pulling from the backs of your ears and back ribs. Big breath in to the right, out to the left. In to the right, out to the left. And you're gonna start going as fast as it feels good for you, but one breath each direction. I recommend in the beginning using an open mouth exhalation. Since we don't have tissues nearby, that way you're safe in your exhalations. So we're gonna go in, out, in, out. If you tend to get dizzy, eyes can stay forward. If you feel great, eyes follow your elbow tips. We have about 20 more here. Breathe in, breathe out. Elbows stay as high as shoulders. So if I practice this at home, it sounds like this. We go. 4 more yogis. Take a big breath in. You might feel a little dizzy. Arms up, eyes up. Hold your breath at the top. Suspend your breath. Pull your pelvic floor up and in, navel up and in. Press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Suspend. Release. Invigorating, right? Feels really good. All right, so if your toes went to sleep again, take a moment. You can definitely adjust yourself. If you don't kneel, you can't kneel anymore, but otherwise just bring some life back in. Little drum roll. When you're ready, come back, because what we do on one side, you know how that finishes. We gotta do it on the other. Fingertips right back where we were. Inhale, think about lifting from back body. Inhale to the left this time. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Feel okay? Move at your pace when you do. Now remember that our elbows are going to try to drop. We get a little short, so we want to stay really lifted. If you got super dizzy on the first round, you know, just keep your eyes on me. Keep looking forward towards your screen. All right, so I love to use the open mouth exhalation here, so nothing comes flying out of our noses. But if you're at home and you feel comfy, you can certainly breathe in and out through your nose. Let's keep going for 20 more. We go. Last bit, guys, hang on. 4. Back to the center, big breath in. You might feel a little woozy, that's okay. All that good energy moving around. Suspend your breath at the top, pelvic floor up and in, navel into spine. Tongue presses to roof of mouth. 3. Suspend. And 1. Release. Ah, so nice, right? Okay, shake everything out. When you feel okay in your headspace, we're going to start with some sun salutation. So if you had your socks on for that, yogis, please remove. Get ready to flow with me. Coming on up very slowly to a forward fold. Tending to your knees. Just take a second to sort yourself out after all that kneeling this morning. Take another big breath. And a full exhalation. And while you're in forward fold, just crawl back to the very back edge of your mat. We're going to do some spinal articulations to begin this morning. From the back edge of your mat, lift halfway. Fingertips slide up your shins, but just the tips of your fingers press off, top of head to tail. Float back down with a really engaged core, activity in your spine, lifting belly up in towards spine. Walk out slowly to plank. Hold your plank for 1 moment. Press the tiptoes if you can. Drop knees if that feels better. Walk right on back. Super active in your spine and your core here. Front and back core hugging together. Roll to rise on this one. Standing up to extended mountain pose. Articulating our spine. Roll back down the way you came. Think ragdoll style. Fingers fall, chin tucks. Rolling down. Begin to lengthen and strengthen here. Halfway lift. Fingers float back down, navel snaps up towards your spine. Super still in our hips as we walk out. 1 breath in your plank. Press off of tiptoes. More activity in wrists and shoulders. Exhale, roll back. We're going to go through that one more time. But instead of rolling to stand this time, let's hinge, yogis. Halfway lift again. Bend knees as much as you need. Sweep arms somewhere to rise with a flat back. Final round. Hinge back down. Inhale, re-lengthen, halfway lift. Float to the floor in a bow, and then super integrated through the muscles of your abdominal cavity. Walk forward, take a big breath in. Exhale, push back. And as soon as we find our way to forward fold, yogis, do that little crawl back forward so you make it back to the top of your mat. Feels so good for hips, doesn't it? Bring big toes to touch. Rise up to a baby squat, press your hands on your knees, and literally we're just gonna circle our knees around a little bit. I love this for the outer hips too. Whatever direction you went, stay for 2 more. Switch sides. Belly in here, still supporting low back for our entire practice. 3, 2. I know this is silly, but it's a great way to warm up. Bring your hands to your hips, step just a little wider, and we're gonna use our outer hips here for some hip circles. If you encounter something that's like a click or real tightness, just stay and kind of like use your breath to rub up against it, use your movement, and then come back to the way you were traveling. Swap directions. I love these. Let's go for 3 more big breaths in and out. All right, some standing cat-cows. They kind of feel like a chair pose cat-cow in the same respect. Inhale, open to your cow, and then think about rolling forward, pressing palms together for your cat. Inhale, bend your knees, kind of like a chair, open tail and top of head back. A bigger experience than our first round earlier. Find some mobility in your spine. Move in all the ways that it feels really good. Let's try 2 more. Exhale. 1 more big breath in and out. Full exhalation, and then step as wide as your mat is left to right. Fingertips super long and loose. Lift left heel, swing to the right. Lift right heel, swing to the left. It's okay if you even want to step wider off your mat completely. A little bit of movement inspired from Tai Chi. Eyes are gonna stay down. We feel like a rag doll in this. We're swinging as quickly as we enjoy to ribs, shoulders, and low back of their tension. Let's use really long, slow breaths, no matter how quickly we're moving. And if you feel like you want more, you can widen and drop your bent knee into a lunge. So moving back into our hips here, beginning to stretch inner thighs. 4. And you get a little woozy, and sometimes it takes a while to slow down here, so we're not gonna force anything. 1 more swing, and then a really slow release. It might take a few swings. Coming back to center, heels back under your hips. When you're still, sweep arms skyward. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Float to your favorite version of forward fold. Take a long step back with your right leg. And stay here for just a moment. Lowering your hips and then relifting them like you're easing in. Move your hips forward and back. 1 more big breath here. Wiggle your left toes out wide so you're in wide lunge, both hands inside your left big toe. Beautiful. And then circle a little bit through your hips. Now, if you have groin tightness, inner thigh tightness, just pause where you feel that. And use your breath and movements to rub into it gently. I like to think about that rubbing like we're softening edges. Smoothing away the tension layer by layer. Swap directions on your circles. Take as many as you'd like. I encourage you to linger wherever you are. We'll move on when you're ready. Foot slides back in, or toe heels back in. Right knee falls, and then we shift back to half split. Now move like a tick-tock through your hips. Sway them to the right and the left. Feel inner and outer hip. Let your toes on the left foot move. Glide fingers back underneath your shoulders, and then as you pause and half split, pull toes to hip and stretch your chin in front of your left toes. Really pull forward. Big breath in here. Full breath out, twisting if you choose. Both hands walk outside your left toes. And see how open you can get the webbing on your left toes, like you're gonna slide something in between each toe, really open and energized. Pull back to the center, straightening up through your left leg. My favorite way to get to down dog. Press your palms or press off of blocks if you can, and drag your leg back into our first downward facing dog. Nice job, yogis. Whew, that's a tight one, so breathe and release that hamstring. Move as it feels good for you. Let's take a big breath in, lifting both heels. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Cheetah crunch, round your back. Flex your right foot and press it across your left thigh. Figure 4 downward facing dog. Okay. Flexing strong through that right foot. Keep going, keep going. Just want to make sure everybody's muted here. And let's take 1 more big breath in your figure 4 downward facing dog. Re-crunch in. Cheetah, right knee in, press back, regular dog, 2 feet on the ground. Roll forward into plank. Rest on knees if you prefer, but slowly lower to the earth. All right, let's get ourselves into a little sinks, my favorite place. Walk your toes back, or if they're still tucked, scrub them back, like really push them far away. Bring your forearms down, and then try to unclench your cheeks. Both of them, top and bottom. Draw elbow points back towards hip points and slide your heart forward. Then really soften through your facial features, your eyes and your jaw. Take a little nose shake as you look towards the floor. Shake your head no. You can let your head hang as you shake it. Oh, love that. Just shaking no for tension, release, letting it all slip off. No to doubt, worry, and fears. Spread all 5 toes. Really activate them again. Press baby toe down. Take one more big breath, sliding your heart forward. And from here, re-tuck toes. Lift up into forearm plank. Navel pulls in first, supported in the low back as we press up. You're always welcome to have knees down in all of our postures. Take a breath. We're little stalls forward and back. Press through toes to saw forward. Press back through heels, saw back. Inhale. Exhale. Just 3 more like this. You can do this on your knees. And 1. Well done, yogis. Stay here or use your hands to walk up. We're going to walk up to plank. You can use your knees or your hands. Good. Downward facing dog again. Right leg rises. Tap your big toes together. Take a big lift through your right leg. Feel really good here. Send your leg long. Look forward and step it right between your thumbs. Let's make space. Angry cat back. Big step forward. Yes, we made it. Pause for a second and move. Lift a little bit in your lungs. Lift in your hips. Lift in your collarbones and the crown of your head. See those spaces getting like Mary and floating skywards. Widen up, right toes wiggle out. Nice heel toe, wide, both hands inside right big toe. And then circle. So I really love you guys to use your tented fingertips anytime it's possible. That's going to strengthen our wrists, which helps our shoulders stay strong. So when we do this, we want to think about unsplayed fingers. We want to think about bent fingers, all pulling toward one another, like you're trying to swish a tennis ball in the palm of your hand. Did you switch your circles? Cool. Other way, just a couple. One more big breath in and out. Let's wiggle that bad boy back in. So we're framing out our right foot again. Close lunge. Drop your left knee and shift your hips right on back to half split. Just ease in, yogis, to a little sway, sway, hips right to left. If you've lifted your right toes, they sway as well. Begin to slide your fingertips back under your shoulders for support, and then pull straight back in this half split, but go as long as you can. Think go-go gadget from tailbone through the top of your head. Stretch your chin in front of your right toes. Soften right knee, twisting off over to the right side. Keep pulling straight back though. And like I could put a pencil in between each of your toes, really spread your webbing wide and energized. One more big breath in. Release, come on back forward. Back leg steps in, take a little roll or a hinge, you choose what you like, and find the sky, big breath. All right, we're gonna add on some fun stuff. Ready for some balancing strength? Forward fold again, finding our bow. Just take a surrender in this stretch, bend knees as much as necessary. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, release. Before we go, my friends, tick-tock, holding on to your bicep muscles. Hang really heavy, no wrinkles in back and neck. Maybe give it a shake or two to release. And then tick-tock to the left and the right, just stretching across the backs of our hamstrings. Breathe in for 2 more. Full exhalations. Last one. All right, fingers down. Let's get this party started. Left leg, long lunge back. You choose if you're going to kneel or not, but we're lifting our arms overhead for sure. Big breath to find this lunge. Stretch tall. Archer lunge. Left arm forward, right arm back. You're going to twist towards your right knee. Beautiful. Now, how can I get deeper in this? Squeeze inner thighs together. Left knee big end. And you feel more capable of twisting. Right fingers, find the back of your left thigh. Stretch left arm skywards. Big, beautiful breath in. Cartwheel the arms down. So the left fingers come inside right big toe and right arm reaches skywards. Big lunge, twist. Take a huge peek upwards with an inhalation. Exhale, fingertips frame right foot. We shift weight into right heel and lift for supported warrior 3. Left toes point back, hands under shoulders. Curl your knee in towards your chest here. Round and rise just like you are. Big lift to the sky. From here, yogi, Shiva squat. So we're going to take left knee behind the right. Think about a curtsy. I'm going to show you from the front. We're going to curtsy and hover this left shin. Shiva squat, arms anywhere that feels good for you. Re-rise into the stand. Re-step back. Left leg goes all the way back for the lunge. And we push back, downward facing dog. Awesome job. Push back, take a big break. Woo-wee, that's hard stuff. Let's roll forward, big breath in. Full breath out, a baby cobra this time. When you get to the earth, swipe your toes back. Hands press a little bit wider than shoulders. Keep elbows bent and just try to pull your hands back towards your hips to glide the heart more forward. One more breath in here. Press all 5 toes down, unclench your cheeks. Exhale, press back. Tuck your toes, rise to downward facing dog. Left leg elevates. Take a big pointy breath and just feel openness in your hip. Look forward, crunch nose to knee. And then flex your left foot. Let's find that figure 4 down dog. Cross it over the right back. Press on back. While we're here, we're trying to press chest towards thighs, but move that left knee away from your heart. Take another big breath in. Looking back forward, and for real this time, let's step it forward. Big cat crunch. Yes, good. Make space. Press away. Beautiful. Straightening through your left leg. We head back one more time, yogis. Sweep this leg back. Can you drag it, drag it, drag it? Oh, this is the tough part. First time on this side, so it never feels great. Downward facing dog. One more set of chaturanga with some flair. Inhale, roll forward. We have 3 chaturangas here. So we're going to come down chest to elbow level. Rise right back up. 2 more tricep push-ups. Inhale. Exhale, use knees. Come into tabletop if we need a little bit easier. Next time we arrive, fully down. You have options, Sphinx, baby cobra, or up dog if you feel like your spine is ready. Lift a little bit, check in. All good? All right, let's go for it. Exhale, push on back. Left leg rises. Take a huge breath in, look forward, let's land and stay this time. Climb your body up to a really big lifted upper body lunge. Kneeling if it feels good. Relax shoulders, big breath in. Archer lunge, right arm forward, left arm behind. So immediately our hips are gonna get wonky, right? Squeeze hips together, find freedom in upper body twist. Right arm rises, left fingers fall to the back of your right knee. Take a big breath in. Super slow windmill down to twisted lunge. Right fingers inside left toes. Left arm rise. Can you pull both left hip back towards your right big toe? Feel that outer thigh stretch. Fingers both fall. Frame left foot, but then walk them forward. Heavy in left foot. Spike it down to boost right leg to sky. Supported warrior 3. Crunch knee to nose, round. Hold this round and rise. Cross right knee behind the left and Shiva squat. Think about a hovering curtsy for Shiva squat. Let's rise right back. Bend your left knee dramatically and step right leg back. We repeat, yogis. Press back, low lunge. Fingers frame left foot. Push back, downward facing dog. All right, let's go forward, chaturanga push-ups this time. Inhale, roll forward. Options, I can be in tabletop and bow my push-ups. Option, modified plank, shoulders on a diagonal from knees. No rush, you're taking as much time as you need to feel your strength blossoming. All the way down to the earth. Press up into the back bend of your choice, wider feet left to right. For more openness in your low back. If there's any constriction, widen. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a big lift through your right leg. Inhale. Cat crunch to get it forward. Angry cat back, lots of space. Step in between your thumbs. Same, maybe a little bit extra. Inhale, rise, big breath in. Big lunge. Now play with your back leg. If you bend your knee and tuck your tail, you feel more on the left inner thigh. Archer lunge. Turning to the right side. Think about your inner thighs. I need you to squeeze them as tight as you can. Right fingers find back of left leg. Left arm rises. I'm going to refer to this as exalting your arms. Big breath in. Twisted lunge. Left finger down. Right arm sky. Eyes follow. Keep pulling your right hip back here. Feel the length in your outer thigh. Full airplane pose. So twist back down. Lift your fingers. Strong in your core. Push through the right heel. Send fingertips back behind you. Pointer flex left toes. What feels best for you. Curl into a little ball. Little ball. Little ball. Hug your shin if you can. Rise to the sky. Shiva squat. Where do you need your arms to feel really balanced? Take a big breath back in, lift to the sky, and now step back. Bend your right knee as much as you can. Left leg lands so soft, lots of muscles. Arms rise. Exhale, release. I know the wobbles are going to be in full effect today, and that's what makes it fun. Push back, yogis. You can rest in here, dog or child, or vinyasa with me. If you're vinyasaing, challenge 6 push-ups. Inhale, exhale. Take your time. You're going here to get strong in your arms. We can make them smaller than chest to elbow. 1 inch will do it. No rush. When you get all the way down to the earth, join me in a back bend. I'm gonna go in Sphinx with open palms this time. Feeling like that was really hard in my chest, so I'm gonna think about how I need to open and do that. Press back, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna get this groove on. Another round and then we'll take a little break. Left leg rises, breathe in. Look forward, angry cat back. Make space. Land and rise. Can you play with your right hip flexor? Push it forward. Bend your knee, tuck your tail, feel a new way to experience your lunge. Archer, twist left, squeeze inner thighs. Exalt your arms, right arm skyward, eyes always following for that mind-body connection. If you get too wiggly, look down. Twisted lunge, right fingers down. Left to the sky. Hover both hands, eyes look down, find your airplane pose. Stand down through your left heel. Sweep your right leg behind you. Flare your chest open. Think about your sphinxes, your baby cobras, and your up dogs. Find that in your chest. Hug, right knee to nose. Really, really hug. Round your back to rise. Take a big inhalation. Shiva squat. Arms wherever you feel necessary to balance. Bend deeply into your left knee. Could I Shiva squat with my hands on the ground? For sure. Inhale, rise. Big breath in. Exhale, send it back. Bend your left knee to tap. So soft, all the muscles. Find that lunge. Really exalt the arms open. Exhale, push back, down dog. Okay, vinyasa optional. Big break, not optional. We're gonna take a break together, yogis. So push through if you can. 7 push-ups, inhale. Exhale. I definitely recommend using a big exhalation as you push back up to your planks. 4. Don't worry about rushing. If you want to do 2, stay with that. Whatever makes you feel really good. All the way down, baby back bend or full back bend when you're ready. What does your body need? Try not to do something out of ego, like a picture or something you think you should do. Just take care of yourself here. Good time to melt the sweat. Push-ups are hard. Press back, downward facing dog, and we're going to take an awesome rest together. Option, yogis, come back to kneeling. Or if you want to work on lengthening your Achilles, tiptoe your feet forward and take a baby squat with me, closed toe. We're actually going to keep our knees together this time too. So options, resting palms on thighs, shins, or if you're working on your Achilles lengthening, like working your heels down towards the mat, come into this squat. Once you find your squat, wrap your palms around your shins and try to tuck your nose in towards your hip. So if you get into your squat and you're like, I can't relax because it's hard to breathe and it's super balancing, then pause and kneel. We're going to take 2 breaths to reset your mindset into the strongest, most balanced and coordinated you that you have ever been. 1 more big breath in. All right, yogis, adding on a little bit of flair. 1 more round each side. If you're in kneeling shins, please come into the yogi squat that we're in. Closed toe, closed knees. Lift up through your heels for everyone. Stand balls of feet down and widen blade edge away. Take a big inhalation. On your exhalation, you rise as slowly as you can with heels lifted. Last person to the top wins. You want to be strong and controlled here. The whole body shaking from the ground up and down like a jackhammer. And that's good because that means we're challenging ourselves. Stand tall, extended mountain pose. Tough with toes closed, I know. Kiss your ankles together, find it. Exhale, release. Thank goodness. Release into forward fold. Okay, here we go. 1 more round per side. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Right toes step back. Take a long lunge and land as softly as you can. Arms rise, and we're just gonna add on a little eagle arm here. Reach skywards. Right arm comes under, and stay, yogis. I don't want to offer palms, just backs of hands together. So when you press so strong that you feel your shoulder blades opening. Feel that? Lift your elbows. Take a big breath in. Eye gaze forward between the forearms. If this is too much for your shoulders, give yourself a squeeze. One more big breath and press the backs of your hands together. Open your arms, clasp behind your low back, and try to bend your right knee. I want you to think about pushing your right hip flexor to me. Push forward, clasp and extend. Just take notice of what thumb is on top here so we can switch from the other side. Arms rise. Archer lunge. Squeeze inner thighs together. Exalt your arms. Right arm finds the sky. Big full cycle of breath. Never rushing. Feel it, embrace it. Release twisted lunge. Right fingers down, left sky. Okay, we're gonna go for a full warrior 3 on this round, yogis. Eyes down, get yourself situated. Reach your arms anywhere, whether we cactus them, prayer at heart center, or forward. Power through your left leg. Try to turn thumbs up if your arms are overhead. Palms face one another. Big breath in. Exhale, knee to chest. Press to standing as strong as you possibly can. Inhale, arms wherever you feel most balanced. Shiva. Hover that right leg. Press back up to standing. And instead of stepping straight back, we're going to do a big sumo knee, like you're stepping onto that mat in a big scary sumo man pose. Step all the way back, 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 back. Land soft, lift the arms, float fingertips down. Optional vinyasa. We have 2 more rounds of vinyasa, and that's it. Push back. Do you know what I'm going to say? As many push-ups as you can do, up to 8. We're going to try for 8 this time, yogis. Inhale, exhale. 1 breath per push-up. It's been a while since we've been here. We're okay. We got this. You know, you have your tabletop push-up option. I'm coming into modified plank option to finish mine. And if you don't finish, you have a really positive mind that you did the best you could do. As much time as you need, my friends. I'll be waiting for you. In back bend. Think about how you feel. Do you need to find space with open palms? Trying to pull collarbones and shoulder heads away from one another. Once you feel really good, press back. Child's pose or downward facing dog. We're gonna look forward. Take a big look forward. Bend your knees and tiptoe, or you can bounce. A little bend, a little chest to thighs, and bounce right on forward. Find a deep forward fold. Lifting up through your heels. So we want to really spread the balls of our feet away from the edge. I like to rock left to right a few times to like widen out my foot. Roll to rise this time. Try not to claw down with your toes. Stay chill in your toes. We okay? We are okay. We are in this together, whether or not we are okay. I got you, my friend. Exhale, fall back to forward fold, but try to keep your heels lifted this time. You might tiptoe all over the place, like me and Bonnie are doing in studio here. Release. Oh, I love those ankle wiggles. Heels down when you're ready. Nice job, yogis. Left leg, long lunge back. Inhale, rise. Big breath in. We're going to chill here for a sec. Okay, left arm under eagle arms. So remember today our focus is backs of hands pushing out, not just a little bit. I want you to really try to push in like you're pressing something apart between your shoulder blades. Open wide between the blades. Lift elbows. Eye gaze forward. We ideally want elbows about shoulder height or above. Take another big breath in. Can you tuck your left knee down, pressing your left hip flexor forward, stretching your psoas. Arms open wide, take a huge breath in. Let the sweat dry and breathe big, and then clasp behind low back. Remember? What thumb did you have on top on the other side? Switch that. Should feel pretty weird. Big breath. Let's begin. You know our flow now. Arms rise. Archer lunge. Twisting to the right side. Big squeeze the inner thighs. Other way back. Yeah, you got it. Right finger spine to back thigh. Lift your left arm skywards. Exalting your arms. Release them down in a big cartwheel twist. Squeezing right hip back towards. your left big toe. All right, so strong here, full warrior three. Now you can come back to the first round where we supported ourselves. Whatever you need, take it. If the arms are overhead, try coming thumbs up, because this is yoga after all, so it deserves a 2 big thumb up. When you found your warrior three and you're very proud of it, hug your left knee in towards your chest. Stand super tall and proud. As soon as you can, rise. Shiva squat. I know, it's like, are we really ready for this? We can, come on. Hover. Super soft rise. Use your breath. Use your confidence. Exhale any doubts. Stepping back, lunge. Take a moment because it's a little scarier. Last round is coming. Okay, let's see how long can we procrastinate. Fingertips down, push back. Our goal, our big finish, 10 yoga push-ups if you can. What do I mean by yoga push-ups? We know, right, yogis? This is a chest push-up, 90-degree elbows. We want hands under shoulders so that every time your elbows hug your clothing, they slide by your ribs. We're gonna go for 10 of them. Breathe in to lower, breathe out to rise. And if your 10 means 2, good for you. Do what feels best. Find something that's a bit out of comfort. You do so many chaturanga push-ups when you flow, but how many can you do in a row to feel buzzy in the back of your arms? And once you get there, come into your prone position, lie gently, find a baby back bend. If you forgot to count, but you're still going, I have 2 more for my 10. Oh, I died. So I just walked back. That was so fun, but so hard. My friends are getting an awesome stretch after this. Bring your hands down, even if you're in up dog, come flat, please, and bring your hands like a cactus, 90-degree elbows. Oh, thank goodness, here we go. All right, take a peek at your right elbow that's just outside your shoulder. Tense your left fingertips, lift your left toes, and roll over. Now, I will say for the ladies, this can be kind of squishy on your chest. So if you feel super uncomfortable there, unroll and you can extend your right arm. That makes a little bit more space so you can roll around a bit easier and it won't squish you. Whatever feels really good. Then try to elevate your left arm. I know that's really hard, isn't it? I can't do it with a bent elbow. So if possible, lift your left arm, your left leg may be hovering or kind of tapped all the way behind you. Wherever you are, we want to feel intense stretch on the inner shoulder, armpit, chest area, the pectoral muscles. If your eyes are skyward, look back down, slowly unwind. Brace with your left fingertips if they rose. Really slowly unwind here, maybe lift up through your chest a little bit. Oh, that's so nice. That's so big. Left fingertips come out to the side, and then we stack that 90-degree elbow. We want it to be just in line with shoulder. Try this one first. Right fingers down, right toes elevate. We're going to push out of our right fingers to roll. If you got really squished in your chest, come undone. Extend left arm. Roll over. I like the extended arm because it gives you the option to reach right arm skywards and open a bit more. But I think I also like it because it's not as intense. So don't always go for the easiest. Maybe you can come back to the bent one. Hovering ear or resting, a little bend in your neck is quite fine. Whatever feels good here. One more big breath in. So nice after all that hard work. Come undone. Slowly coming back here. And then we're going to curl up into hare pose. Press yourself back to child's pose. Once we get there, let's hobble onto our heels. Tuck your crown, the very tip top, the toppest part of your head, the toppest. Tuck your nose in between your knees, and then begin to roll your back up like an angry cat, spreading shoulder blades. There is the most minimal amount of weight in your crown. It may even be almost hovering because your back is so strongly pulling skywards. Keep squeezing onto your heels, keep rounding, feel it move into your middle and lower back the bigger you come open. One more breath, yogis, light on your neck, please. Oh, so good. Release out, hands come forward. Once you find your way to tabletop, Let's start some inner thigh, inner groin stretching. Right foot steps out, and then remembering so soft in our knee. Push your right blade edge down. From here, stretch as far forward as you can. Tented fingertips, so good. Any way you can, but we really want to lower. Think puppy upper body if that's available to you, meaning that your tail is lifted like a playful puppy and your chin and chest are heading down. That's super intense. So if you like puppy, but we need a little less, forehead can come down. One more big breath in. Soften right knee by thinking about pulling energy up into your inseam. Slide hands back in towards your left knee and walk both over to the right toes. Stay right here or feel free to twist open if that's in your practice. You can just stretch long, really nice for the left side body, or you can stretch open, right fingertips skywards. Come on back down, sweep hands all the way over, big semicircle to the left side. Keep soft in that right knee and press down to that blade edge. Stretch away, right side body opening, bow head, ears between elbows. One more big breath in here. Let's come all the way back down to the center. Sweep that right leg back in. Take a few hip circles here or swishes like we started with, just a little hinge right and left. Just kind of clearing everything out of your hips. And when you feel A-okay, step your left foot out real soft in that knee, but so powerfully engaged to the left blade edge. Beautiful. Come forward, puppy upper body, or down dog, whichever feels best. I like to think about this time of year making my back into a ski slope. So your tail is at the top of the mountain, and they're going to slide right off your nose. Soften your left knee. That wants to lock out over there. Be really aware of kindness in our joints. Eyes look back forward. We slide hands back to right knee. Both hands walk over to the left big toe. Stay stretching super long for your right side body, or consider a little twist. Left arm would rise. All these different postures, all these different options have their own benefits. I encourage you to explore, even if it's something I didn't cue, do what feels best, what your body's asking for. Slide on over to the right side, soften your left knee again. Stretch out left side body, really pull your hips away, and you might even be able to slide your left leg out wider here. Take another big breath. All right, let's come back into the center. Once you find your way back up into tabletop, sweep your left leg back in. Do whatever feels nice, anything that you need here. We're gonna rise, and we have a whole bunch of hip stretches to finish class today. So when you're ready, roll up, tuck your toes, find a forward fold by walking, step, step, or hop forward. Let's roll to rise up to the sky, find lots of length in our spines. Inhale. Eye gaze lifts. Left knee comes on in. Flex through your toes, point through your toes, do a whole bunch of pointing, and then a rolling. Both circles, and then a little scrunch open, finding our standing figure four. But I love this because there's so many great options. We're gonna flex our left foot, cross it over the right thigh. Great option number one, just staying as is, right? Here's good, so good, wherever you wanna be. If you'd like, we have two options to add on today. A twist to the outside of your left foot. You're gonna twist to the right side. Options, place hands on the foot, or if your body allows, you can come into prayer. Left elbow hooks onto the bottom of your left foot, palms press, and we try to move our eyes to the right side. Option two, fold to the floor and hold right or both hands on your right ankle for a deep balancing figure four. Wherever you are, yogis. Two more breaths in, but attempting push away with your left knee. Push down towards the floor. Use the power in your outer thigh. Stretch open on your inner groin. Last breath in, slow, steady. Can you hang on to this balance a bit more as you rise back to center from where you were? Lift to the sky, take a big stretch up and in. Lift your knee, and then hug back on your quad. One of the best, most simple stretches in the whole world. Only one or both hands. I want you to try to squeeze your left butt cheek here, like you're trying to squeeze a pencil between your cheeks, like we do that all the time. Squeeze, and then try to kick into your left leg. Try to escape your grip, push down. One more big squeeze. Slowly let that leg go. Doesn't always feel so great for me to just put it down, so I like to shake in between balances. Standing leg, it's a lot of work, shake that out. Do whatever you need to do to feel free, and just have fun, have a moment. Oh, so good. Okay, my friends, right knee rises, big breath in. It's all downhill from here, don't worry. Flex, point, whatever you like to do, circle, circle, tick-tock, scrunch, open, just move as much as possible. Try to close your eyes while you're doing it, that's extra fun. I can't balance as it is, forget closing the eyes. All right, reflex when you're feeling great, cross over, and then find something that feels so good that you're like, just stay. Remember our options of twisting if you'd like. Right elbow hooks to bottom of right foot, prayer twist. Being really brave if you're twisting and moving your eye gaze up towards your left elbow. Or optionally folding fingertips to floor, maybe just left or both hands. Hug your left ankle. And again, if you fold it, try to move your eyes off of the safe space, which is our floor. I'm so thankful for the floor. I come back to it very often. But if you can, tuck your nose and your eye gaze up towards your belly if you're folding. One more breath. All right, try to stay collected here. Unfold yourself, rise to standing. So close to the end of the hard things here. Pull your right heel towards your buns, right hand only, or both if you can. You'll know you're in a good spot when you can pull your knees side by side for joint safety. Squish that pencil between your cheeks so your right cheek is pulling in. Begin to kick into your hold. Right foot is kicking in strong. And then see if you can heel your chest open a bit more. Move your eyes off your safe spot. Forward is challenging. Up is really challenging. And since I know how good you all are, close your eyes. One more breath. Super soft release. Keep your eyes closed if you really want the challenge. Oh, hey, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Shake, shake, shake. Oh, guys, all the hard stuff is over. Let's have a break. Take a big breath in. Once you feel shaken free, find a little yogi squat. Now, if you're dealing with some inner thigh issues, it might not be so comfy to come really low. But wherever you go, feel a little like ooh, and then a gentle push. Stay right on the edge of that. Coming to wherever it feels good. We're making our way to the earth. Pass through just about 2 breaths in your yogi squat. See if you can lift your chest. Pull your pelvic floor up. And then without hands, if it's possible, we're going to sink our buns right on down. Oh, nice. Feet come flat, knees to the sky. So me all the time. And then scooch around so you have no flesh stuck under your tail or sits bones. Just a really nice stretch here. Leaning back, fingers face your toes. Press your heart forward. So preparatory, that was a hard word for me. Preparing for seated figure 4. I want you to remember navel towards knees, chest up towards the sky, even as we cross into our seated figure 4. Lift up into reverse tabletop. Moving your fingers wherever it feels appropriate for you to feel open in your shoulder blades and collarbones. Hover your buns, draw left knee into your chest, flex again through the foot, and find a comfortable seated figure 4. Closer you become to your right heel, the tougher it's going to be. I like to think about a compact car. So we want to move from like the minibus to a tiny little Volkswagen Beetle. And then here we go again. Navel up, chest up, just like we started with. All right. Moving if it feels good. Tick-tock here and there. Since we're super settled and balanced, nice time to slip your eyes closed and come within. Really nice time to begin softening your facial features. Let your lips part, bottom jaw heavy from top. Taking as much time as you feel you need here, but when you're ready, letting legs fall in figure 4 to the right. Re-scooch so both buns are about down and no flesh is stuck under them. Okay, so if you're too far across, we can always cross over the shin, but both sits bones, that left one needs to connect. Grabbing a hold with a big hug, squeeze in, yes. And then we're gonna twist left hand down, draw navel back in, sit really tall. Eye gaze towards left shoulder. Now, if you're feeling like you want a little bit more neck stretching here, while we can tick-tock our ears towards opposite shoulders, or you can do semicircles down. See what feels good in your neck. Remembering to linger where we find a little bit of edgy tension. Take one more big breath in here. One of my favorite twisty stretches. Keep your legs as they are, but unwind your body. Come into a chest push-up now, so not close. We're going to take our hands really wide for support and lower as much in. Yes, let your whole cheeks rise, and that way we can come in for this beautiful stretch in your low back. Feel that? Like wringing out a dishcloth. Can you twist a little bit more to the right side? Big breath in. Oh, so good. I don't really want to let this one go. So when you're ready, let it go. Unwind. We're going to come back to that reverse tabletop. A little bit of slow-mo break dancing. Remembering to listen to our elbows and shoulders as we rise. Try to heel open left to right, east to west. Widen everything from hip bones to ribs to shoulders. Hover your hips. Right knee crawls in. Flex foot. And then we hook it over the left thigh. As we settle in, closest to left heel is going to be the most intense. And then we press navel and chest forward. I don't know, I find like I'm always moving my hands in different ways. Like it feels good here, but you're like, I feel better here. I can definitely get more stretch if I swivel my fingers back. It makes me push a little bit deeper. Tick-tock if it feels good. Oh, that feels nice, huh? Especially in one little spot, you might be like, oh, that's a spot. Let's keep pressing our right knee away from our chest. One more big breath in. Exhale, fall to the left side. And then it just takes some adjusting here. Get both sit bones back down. Uncross and put it over the shin. You just can't get settled in that right sit bone. Left arm gives a big old squeeze. We want hug, hug, hug here so we feel that length. Sit up really tall, then swivel to the right side. Can you soften your shoulders and your jaw? All four corners of eyes, north, south, side to side. Optionally, maybe here with our neck, we look to the sky, lift chin. Lower chin, maybe we lift chin to the other side. Just moving really slowly through the neck here. Keep squeezing the right leg. Let's take another big, beautiful breath in here. As you unravel, eye gaze comes back forward. We're going to take our body to the left this time. So keep your legs. Of course, you can move them if you need to, but think really wide, hands outside, shoulders. Lower into like a little push-up, but then keep twisting to the left. Remember that washcloth? Think about drawing all the water. Let it drip right out your navel while you're here. Take another big breath in. And as you exhale, come on back to the center. Unravel. We have one more reverse tabletop, but if you're tired of that, you can go reverse plank. So we've done a bunch of these. We can go one-legged, half reverse plank, or if you feel like you might just go for it right away, big toes stay together, full straight legs, reverse plank, or tabletop. You choose for one more big breath. Upon your exhalation, settle hips back down. Straighten your legs if they were bent. Push your heels away as you come to seated in stack pose. Lift each cheek and walk your sits bones back. So we have a pushing forward and a pulling back. You might need to use your hands super gently. But once we get there, yogis, we're going to crisscross. Inhale, arms rise. Wiggle up a little taller. Left ankle over the right. Soften your right knee. Fold forward here. Does not matter where you land. I want you to feel beautiful through the backs of your legs into your low back. Soften down into your neck and stay right there. take 2 more breaths in this forward fold. One more big inhalation, and on your exhalation, roll back up to where we started a moment ago. Really long in spine. Stretch up, uncross left ankle, and recross right over left, but remember to keep your left knee really soft as you fold forward. Taking a really soft moment here. If you landed on your forearms, turning your palms to face the sky, maybe turning your eyes to one direction, let that ear hang low towards your knees. If you looked one way, switch your eye gaze to the opposite side, let that ear hang low. No tension in your legs here, just really soft in your toes. Let's take a big breath in. And as you exhale, come back to the center. Maybe use your hands for support or slide yourself back to the sky using your core. Uncross your legs and then ever so slowly reach back forward to round your back like an angry cat and roll down. Let's try to keep our heels in. They might just slide back with us, using a little bit of core to find the ground. A good morning stretch. Reach far away from your toes, point your fingers, let your low back come into neutral arch, press navel skywards. Hugging knees in towards your chest. Squeeze so tight, one forearm or one hand around each knee or shin, that we feel a little bit of compression, thighs in towards our navel. Moving around, rocking side to side if it feels good, massaging through your low spine. Let's let our left knee fall open, still support it. I like to have my hand underneath my knee like a little kickstand. Just a tiny inner thigh stretch, like half frog here reclined. Left knee back in, right knee falls open, little half frog. Use support of your right arm underneath your leg. Right knee back in, soles of feet together. Can you hold your ankles to the blade edges of your feet? Press your knees away from your heart or away from your shoulders. And then I love this stretch. Try to tuck your nose up towards your toes. Keep pulling from the blade edges of your feet or your ankles. So you've got a really big reclined down angle here. One more breath. And as you exhale, yogis, head back down, chin tucks in so neck is really long. Release your feet, close your knees. Allow your feet to fall flat, wide, and knees steeple together. Really really flattening out and extending open on your back. Keeping either one hand on stomach, one hand near your heart, or opening them away from your body, whatever feels the most relaxing. If you've chosen hands on body, try to breathe into your belly hand, then your heart hand. Exhale, feel belly hand soften and lower, heart hand soften and lower. When your back feels really good, find a spot for your legs, whether you stay in steeple or you come back to fully reclined bound angle, or extend legs away from midline for corpse pose. All of the options available to you, whatever way you feel most comfortable, but taking a moment to just let your practice marinate. And I'd like to share a little passage from one of my favorite books that I never read in order. I just pick and choose. A Year of Living Your Yoga. You've definitely heard me quote from this before. Daily practices to shape our lives. Taking a moment to be really proud of your practice today, for carving time out for your self-care, your mental health, your physical well-being, and also how that affects others. So you just made yourself feel so much better, put yourself in a better mood, found some balance and coordination, and this has that amazing ripple effect out to those that we interact with today. Thank you for that. The 3 most important things in life are love, courage, and enthusiasm. Loving yourself and others, taking courage from this, and living each day with enthusiasm, the basics for a happy life. Today, be proud of yourself for stepping onto your yoga mat with the intention to love yourself and your practice, and having the enthusiasm to try something new, maybe something difficult, with courage and gusto. I'm very proud of you for that. Staying present here just for another moment or two, because our beautiful time together is so short. I always encourage you to try to stay for a few breaths or a few minutes longer. Breathing and nourishing your body. We know that the breath provides our bodies with oxygen to function optimally, but seeing as it's a process that occurs quite naturally on our own, sometimes we forget to focus on it and be grateful for it. And it's one thing that I really hope you take away today: the power of presence, of slowing down, simply allowing your breath to catch up to you, but also being super grateful for the tenderness that it offers our body. Not only does it nourish our physical body, but this mindful breathing soothes and heals our emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies too, reducing our stress, positively, for sure, positively impacting our mood and our thoughts, boosts our brain power, and it enhances our quality of sleep. Now, if you are really conscious of your time today and need to get yourself back into your day, as you begin to inhale one more time, allow your eyes to start fluttering open slowly if they were closed, and then gently begin the process of moving your body, whether it be your toes or your fingers first, just little bits by little bits, wiggling around. If you're still lying, or even if you're seated, I'd love to give myself a little look over each shoulder, seeing how your body feels. I hope more stretched out in areas that were previously cranky. And my challenge for you today as you go forth into this world is to see if you can carry a bit of this breath and body awareness with you. I do feel like when you're in the presence of someone that's really breathing and feels really calm, that vibe just spreads out. So see if you can either virtually or in person spread your super chill, breath-focused vibe into this world today. If you've already gathered yourself up to seated, or as you're doing so, bring your hands to your heart center, remembering that peace begins with us. It just takes us a moment to tap back into this breath and move forward, beautifully responsive rather than being reactive. Take a little tuck of your chin down towards your fingertips in a sign of gratitude for your beautiful practice. My hope is that you feel open-minded and inspired after class. You feel free and beautiful. Feel like you had a little bit of fun, and most importantly, that you reconnected to your mind, breath, body, and spirit. My friends, thank you for inspiring me and honoring me by allowing me to lead you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.
Namaste.